the land, the whole land must be transferred back to the state, except residential areas. Because before we leave here, they are going to mobilize people against us, that they are coming to take your house. They are saying the land, everything must. Residential areas are very clear. That land is utilized for that purpose. When the land is back into the hands of the state, you must apply to utilize that land. And you must explain exactly what are you going to do with this land. Because we're not going to have a land fenced and majority of people don't have land. They are sharing small pieces of land. So we need to champion that as the ANC Youth League. Because there's nobody who's going to do that. History tells us that the youth are the ones who made 1994 possible through 1948. It's not a new thing. Professor dealt with the issue of industries and decentralizing our economy. There is nothing special about Gauteng and Johannesburg. It is beautiful today because of the discovery of gold. Other than that, there is not even a sea here. Maybe if it was Durban, maybe if it was Durban or Cape Town or Eastern Cape, perhaps that was going to be so special. Now, if discovering this nice mineral in Johannesburg made Johannesburg to be what it is, why are we not turning Rustenburg around with the discovery of platinum? Why are we not turning around Skukuni with the discovery of platinum? Why are we not turning around Kimberley? And I don't know why the apartheid decided to ignore Kimberley, because that diamond, they were mining it since. We should turn it around. There is nothing that looks like diamond in Kimberley. In Rustenburg, Skukuni is west. It looks like a desert. But yet they've got a precious mineral and very profitable platinum. These industries we are talking about through beneficiation, they are simple. Prof is trying to simplify these issues for us, and that's what the Youth League is trying to do, because these people, when they want to undermine our aspirations, they will tell you will not understand economic issues. That's how they want to suppress and undermine our aspirations. This thing is simple like this. In Kimberley, there is diamond. We mine it. We polish it in Kimberley. And that means opening of another factory, by the way. And the opening of another factory means employment of other people from Kimberley. And after polishing it, you transfer it into the new factory of cutting the diamond. It's as simple as that. There is no complication about that. Why should people make it so? Why should they make it so difficult? Like it's something so difficult we can't understand it. Opening a factory and polishing diamond. If China is a real friend, or India, this BRICS arrangement, if they are our friends, and there is an argument that we don't have skills to polish and cut, and they've got those skills, they must come here, open the factories here and teach us how to polish and cut. This is an economic struggle. They will discredit you. They will call you all manner of names because they control everything. They will investigate you. They will want to project you as this person, which people must be scared of. But over and above, their friends, once we take over this economy, they are likely to withdraw their investments. It's a reality that our prison will be the withdrawal of investments. There can be some decline of the economy. But for as long as we show the will and the commitment, they will come back. They did that in 1994. It will not be for the first time. They left the country. They said the country cannot be led by a prisoner. We don't know anything about running the country. The same thing they say today, you know nothing about running the economy. This economy will collapse. A prisoner proved them. And he ran a successful government. President Nelson Mandela. The prisoner proved them wrong. Yes. And we must prove them wrong. And the only way of proving them wrong is to equip ourselves with the necessary education. We must love our education. From the leadership of the youth to the last member, we must no longer compete about the clothes. We must compete about the qualifications. What do you have? That is the only way we will defeat them. The reason I say so is because they knew. That's why they introduced a separate education for blacks. They knew that with proper education, they will never oppress you. It is this education which is going to liberate us from this nonsense. This is a nonsense which we must never tolerate. And we don't need anybody's permission. This is our struggle. We are defining it for ourselves. We are not asking somebody to ask the Queen to give us permission. We are fighting against the ownership of property in South Africa by the Queen. The Queen must own in Britain. Not here. And we must own here. Because the Queen, they are able to do such royal weddings, expensive as they are, because they exploit our resources. They run their economies through our resources. Without our resources, there will never be the so-called developed world. They are a developed world because of us. Thank you very much.
Manza Zolilwela
Izwela
Zolilwela
Izwela
Zolilwela wo Yo Izwela Izwela me Izwela me Izwela me